It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. So it is April 20th, 2023, and oh my goodness, I'm so happy that the storm just passed over just in time for our show. We were having nightmares that we'd have like no power or crazy hail in the background. It has been a wild, wild, wild April, hasn't it? So we have so many great things to show you tonight. I have Frank by the console, and he'll also be able to help me with anything I might need to show you. I am looking at the comments. If we would happen to miss your comment, we'll come back after. If for some reason there would be a blip, we are recording this, and so we'd be able to post it after if for some reason there was an interruption in our service. As always, make sure to like, comment, and share so that we know that you're here. And if you're watching from YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a single one of our broadcasts. And of course, if you want to watch us over and over again, hop on over to YouTube and you can see all of the fun things that we've been sharing over the past couple of years. So let's get to it. We have this amazing, amazing, amazing quilt behind us. And we decided that Modern Star was going to be our 12-pack quilt of the month. So I think I teased you about that last week, didn't I? And I showed you some pieces that Heidi was working on. And this is all together, isn't it amazing? Oh my gosh, it's so great. And so this is 12 fat quarters. We'll take a peek at what those are, but it's 12 fat quarters. This is the Date Night fabric by Basic Gray, and it is a sister to Little Black Dress 2, all of those great fabrics. And so if you've been collecting those over the years, you can use those, you can add these to them, and I just love it. The way that you get this pattern is that you either come into the store or you order online and we ship this out to you. Put in a request if you would like us to send it out. It is a paper pattern, and it is one of those things that Moda has shared with us shops so that we can have something super special to share with you. I love my 12-pack patterns because, you know, we put all these fat stacks together, and a fat stack is 12 fat quarters. So this particular pattern, the way that it's laid out, you have this accent color that really sets off some of these larger stars, and then you use background on the background of all the other pieces. It then has a little bit of a background border on it. So as shown, it is 12 fat quarters, 10 dark and 2 light, and we chose the creamy color here as our lights. 3 1/4 yards of background, 5/8 yards of binding, and 3 1/2 yards of backing. We did cheat a little bit because we have this super, super awesome bias binding on a roll in grunge. Ooh. So I don't think it's cheating, but we went ahead and used that to bind the quilt to also show you just how amazing this product is. So this is a black grunge. It is the Little Black Dress color, which matches the color on the wall of this. And the color of background that we used was natural. So I also wanted to share with you that if you had wanted to extend this quilt and you didn't want to make more blocks, you know, you would easily be able to make more blocks, and you can see here that this is done in rows. And so you have these sections here that you could have extend your grid, or you could simply take a beautiful fabric and add a border to it. So here I pulled a really beautiful fabric. You can see here how it might look. You could also use a plain grunge, or you could have it be pieced. So I hope you love it as much as I do. I'm going to have us look overhead so we can take a little bit deeper dive into our fat stack here. So I think I showed this to you last week. Let me make this go away here. And this is, oops, let me show you here. And I'm going to make the ticker go away. All right, so we have this natural, and I did check. We have a couple bolts of this, so if you love it, and a lot of you want it, we made sure to choose one that we had a lot in stock of, which Frank is doing a thumbs up. He is super excited that I finally picked something to show you that we have in stock. So here is our date night fat stack. This is a regular price fat stack. I'll show you the bundle of the week a little bit later. And you can see here that we combined some grunge as well as our feature fabrics. We used this one and this one as our lights to be the accents for that star, okay? And that's how we put it together. Super fun. Let me share with you a code if you were interested in, did I have a code? I don't have a code. So it is the date night fat quarter bundle. Let me see if I can quick grab it for you.
Is it on the top of the bundle?
It is. So the code, the number is, if you typed in the number, but I'm also going to give you a link for it. The number is 313148. The cool thing is that if you ever had wanted, you could use our internal numbers from the products on. So the products here, can you see that? This code here, if you ever wanted to type that into the search bar of our website, if you would have one at home and you want to see if we have more, that always totally works. So just a fun fact. But to make it easy for all of you, I am just going to put it in the captions. All right. Oh, I am echoing. Frank, can you check to make sure that the, nope, on the, that the overhead, that I don't have microphone on there? I didn't check those. Okay, is this better? And I apologize for the double voice. See, we're on like this funky, like, whoa, discotheque. All right, so we have beautiful fat stack, $39. I included that link for you in case if you're looking to purchase it. And then the grunge that we had to go along with it, color natural, and it is color 530, okay? So, and if you had wanted to, you can message us, you can send us an email, you can call us, you can stop in. We'd be more than happy to hook you up with that. And then we had used the binding. You could either choose 5/8 of a yard and make your own binding, or you can choose binding off the roll. And I know you're going to ask how much you need, and you are going to need 2, 4, 6, 8 yards, maybe a little less, but let's just say 8 yards. 10 yards, that's what you need, 10, no, just 8, of the bias binding off the roll. Okay, and while we're talking bias binding off the roll, I just want to let you know, if you love this product, it comes 40 yards on the roll, and that would be enough to quilt, to bind 4 to 5 quilts, or 6 if you make a lot smaller. So especially some of these basic colors, we've had customers that order these, and so just let us know if you had wanted to order a whole roll. For a lot of these colors, we even have those full rolls in stock. So just ask if you are looking for that. All right, so, and Bobby wants to know, how do we get the pattern? So you can get the pattern by stopping in, or if you place an online order, I will include that in your order. So for stopping in, no purchase necessary, and we have them by the register. Our pattern from last month that is still out, and we still have patterns available. If you did not get this one, I just want to quick remind you of this one. This was the cross street, and we still have the Simply Delightful fat stacks for that. We had made up a whole bunch more. Super, super pretty fabric. And Frank, do you want to just pick those 2 bolts up and bring them over here? So for this one, our background had been our Bella Solid, and then we cut this striped fabric on the straight of grain for our binding. I think it would also be super awesome if you used one of the Bella Solid bias binding on a roll for the binding for that if you had wanted to. So interesting, Frank's going to help me hold this up here because I want you to see the difference in size depending on how much background you add as to what a 12-pack quilt can be. So this is same start with a 12-pack and 3 yards of background, and this is 3 12 fat quarters, and oh goodness, I should know, it's more background. More background, okay? But it really just depends on how much background you add as to how big your quilt can be. All right, so that one is cross street. So what do you think? Do you like this new concept where we have a new free pattern every single month? For some of you that have been following along with Patchworks for a long time, these patterns might not be new, but we're trying to present them in a new way to show you how awesome they are. And I love, love, love that they're printed in the grayscale so that you can imagine how you want those fabrics to go together. Okay, so now, oh, and I'm getting some really cool stickers in the comments. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I think it's time to look at the bundle of the week. Woo! I think we should get a sound effect for that, don't you think so? Like maybe a song that leads into it, like bundle of the week. Okay, maybe I've had not enough coffee yet today either. So today, for our bundle of the week, we have what I'm calling bumblebees and flowers, please. All right, Frank, let's look overhead. So we have these really pretty, pretty, pretty yellow and black. They are some Kim Schafer prints, and then I've also added in some other really yummy fabrics that I thought were fun. Look at that. Some stripes, all sorts of pollinators, and of course we have some flowers. So 6 that are more yellow, 6 that are more black, can go together making something super, super fun. You could use it in either of the 12-pack patterns that I showed you. Actually, it probably would be super cool in the cross street pattern. Oh, Bobby wants to have the echo back for our sound effect. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this one here, this is $24.99 regularly. $39, and let me get you that code. Dun, dun, dun. So I was prepared for the code for this one. And so that is $24 and $24.99. We don't have that many left. I saw that a bunch of people must have scooped on and saw it as soon as I put it up on our website earlier, because they're now getting the hint that we do our bundle of the week. So, you know, if you wanted to hop on at 6 o'clock and see what we are offering for the bundle of the week, by all means, go ahead and go check it out. So we try to make sure that we create enough to meet the capacity of what we need, but they're always limited edition, and at such a great price, you never know how long they're going to last. So that is bumblebees and flowers, please. I have a really, really awesome piece of fabric that I put also in our bundle of the week section on the front page of our website. And that is this really awesome flannel. How awesome would this be for a backing to the quilt? So Frank, let's look overhead. You can see here, oh, look at that. It's really cool. So it's a little bit more muted than the vibrant colors that we have here, but you can see how well it goes. And this is a super great fabric. It is value priced. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? This fabric is only $5.99 a yard. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness, such great value. So it is a thinner flannel, but it would work really well for a summer quilt. And oh, it's so soft. So this is an A.E. Nathan and $5.99, so it's super great. On the website, we sell it in the full yard. In store, you would be able to get it as small as a quarter of the yard. Online, just a reminder, our $5.99 or $8.99 fabrics are typically by the yard. Some of them still are fraction of the yard, but we want to make sure that since sometimes at the end of the bolt, they are a little bit less on the bolt than what our system says, and so we want to make sure that there are no disappointments when people clear out the end of the bolt. So that's why we just have it as full yards. So Kathy wants to know if we should pre-wash the flannel if we are going to be using it as a backing. And that is a very good question. Thank you so much, Kathy. So anytime you're using a different substrate with your quilting cottons, you're going to want to make sure to wash it. So those flannels, they have a larger yarn and a looser weave. So they are going to shrink up a little bit more. If you are using all flannel, it's less important for you to wash them, okay? We're not going to have the whole philosophical discussion about wash and not wash in total, but using different substrates together, it's most important to pre-wash the loosest weaves. So pre-wash those wide backs, pre-wash those flannels, and also if you have a fabric that just feels like it's a little loose, okay, sometimes those licensed fabrics are a little looser, so we can do that. You're just going to want to make sure to wash those along the way. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So all of the comments that I'm seeing coming in, if I'm not answering, I'll make sure to comment before. And if you have requests for things, I will make sure to scoop around and check them right after our program. So thanks so much for all of your interaction and all of your questions. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I wanted to just recap a couple of the other fat stacks that we have still left in our bundle of the week, as well as one that I added for us. So we have a couple left because we made a ton of these because we knew you'd love them, of the batik, the blue and purple, lovely, lovely, lovely bundle of the week from last week. So that is still up there. In honor of Earth Week, I have one more of our Rainbow Gardens that has the really cool earth, smiley face earth, and then these great rainbow fabrics on there. And I threw in the skinny stack. So the skinny stack is normally $19.50, and this is only $9.99. We have, I believe, 11 of these. So the skinny stack are 9 by 20. So that is a fat eighth. It's a yard and a half of fabric and only $9.99. So that's a really great price. So one more of these, like 10 of those. I have a couple of our calendar girls left and a few of our Midnight in the Garden inspired packs. Ooh, so this is a little bit more mature of that gold and black look and not quite as vibrant, but has been really popular. And so I just wanted to share those with you, that we still have a few of those remaining. And if you are in store, we have been gathering all of those bundles of the week and putting them right next to the register so that you can just go and look there and see what we still have in stock from either this week or past weeks. All right. So exciting to see so many great people watching us tonight. It's so fun spending time with all of you, and I'm really excited that I'm not competing against a big sports game tonight. So what else do I have to show you? Well, there's a pretty big exciting thing that I have to show you, and that is the arrival of our beautiful new Tula Pink line. It's finally in store. I sent out an email sharing that it was here. I posted to social media, and now we're going to take a deeper dive, take a peek into it, take a peek into some stuff that goes with it, and let you know that we've now had time to be able to make all the bundles and things to be able to go with it. If there is something either with this line or really any other line that you're looking for as a custom cut, always give us a heads up. We would love to make sure that we can put something together for you. If you need a full yard of something, or you needed halves of half the line, full yards of others, just let us know, and we're more than happy to custom cut kits or bundles for you. So let me look, we can peek overhead and take a peek of these fabrics. So here we have what we call the Everglow. So the Everglow is actually the 8 focus pieces that have the animals in it, okay? So we have a giraffe, we have the elephant, we can see if we can see the elephant here, the little neon, we have the hippo with the little bird on top, and we have the lion, okay? So that is the 4 different characters. Then in each of the characters, we have 2 different colors, okay? All right, so we have the 2 giraffe, 2 elephant, 2 hippo, 2 lion. Going along with each of these fabrics, we have a neon, dot, fairy flake, and stripe, okay? Dot, fairy flake, stripe. Camera really doesn't do it justice. It's a lot more vibrant than this. Something to also keep in mind is that, which Tula has talked about if you watch her, is that in order to get this pigment neon to really stand out, it's a little bit thicker of a dye than what she typically uses. So it does feel a little, on the ink, it is thicker. However, Tula made sure that she was able to easily hand piece through it so that it still behaved nicely. This is the blue. We ordered a lot, so we have we've taken care of all of our requests so far that we've received, and we have plenty of fabric on the bolt. We have bundles made, and we do have the ability to order more of this. And these neon true colors are going to be something that is considered a basic for a while. Okay, so here it is. So we will go through the kits that we have in stock and the kits that we are making. So this is so super fun, super amazing. Our fat quarter bundles and half yard bundles and yard bundles we have arranged in the color grouping, just like that as they go around. I'm going to share with you, if you were looking at a fat quarter bundle, $119.98. We do have in the Everglow section on the front page of our website, we do have the full yardage tower of all of it. The half yard bundle looks like this. Ooh, ah. I think someone just wrote, Tula's gonna make her broke. Oh my goodness. And then we also have the yard stack, which I would fall over trying to carry it to show you. So what kind of kits do we have that are just the Everglow? And then we'll talk about how this all works together. So the signature kit for this line is, this is the kit that came from Free Spirit, so it is manufacturer cut, and it is the Star Cluster Quilt Kit. Let me show you a better picture of this. The Star Cluster Quilt Kit, and that is designed by Tula, and you can see here that it has the, I can't necessarily show you because I can't point at the screen, but you can see how that dot goes around, and there's the coloration from the magenta to the pink to the yellow, lime over to the blue, green into the blue, and how really cool that is. So that one finishes 75 square. It is $285.99, and the pattern that is with it is available only in the kit. Okay, so that is this, that is the one here that that's the only way that you can get. Let me take this graphic off. That's the only way that you can get the pattern for this kit. We do have, oh goodness, we have at least 6 of these left right now after the requests for people who had requested them up front. So that is that particular one. The next kit that I had talked about in previous weeks is the telescope kit. And the telescope kit is a fat quarter bundle, and I just don't have one handy here, so that's why I'm showing you the fabric. The black background, this binding, the tower, and the pattern. We do have patterns in stock as well if you just want that. So the lap size is 56 by 72, and the queen size, Jaybird gave us a queen option that's 97 by 96, and that is a half yard bundle. And these, let's say the black did not appeal to you and instead you wanted to do white, then I would say I can either custom cut something for you, or you would just go ahead and grab a bundle, the background that you'd like, and the binding that you'd like along with the pattern. Okay, so this is with the white. And then I thought it could also be cool, instead of using a black and white binding, to do a color binding. And so this, I think, is probably, I shouldn't say I have favorites, but maybe I do have a favorite. And so I thought that it could be really cool if you chose the white background and then did this stripe. Okay, so many different options as to how you could finish that. So that's the telescope kit. The throw size is $159.99, and the queen size is, I believe it is $289.99 for the queen size, and the queen size is that 97 by 98. So really, really, really ample. and you also have, there's probably fabric left over. All right, next up, we have the next step that I'm going to talk about is the stained glass window or stained glass quilt. So the stained glass quilt is a free and downloadable pattern that I am going to give you the link for that pattern right now. It is a combination of Everglow and True Colors by Tula. It's a pieced technique with advanced beginner skill set. Finish is 93 square, and it's a 10.5-inch block. So let me throw this in the things. And before we, and Nancy wanted to know is, that one, the telescope is pieced. The telescope is pieced. This one that I just showed you, this one is pieced, okay? So there likely is going to be, you can't see me. There's likely, so telescope, this one here, pieced. Pieced, you can use Julie Herman's rulers. You can also use her fussy cut shapes. There likely will be a sew along with that coming up and announced shortly. I'm not aware. Any of you can hop in and tell me if one has been announced. I don't believe it's been announced yet because Julie was wanting to make sure that everyone could get their fabrics and all that good stuff. And she has a lot of really amazing sew-alongs going around right now, okay? So we have more fussy cut shapes coming tomorrow, right, Frank? Yeah, so we have more in case if for some reason it sells out tonight. These set of these tools is $35.95. We are also in May going to be getting the Fussy Cut Trunk Show, which is super exciting. We have the Night Sky Trunk Show right now, and then we're going to be getting the Fussy Cut Shapes. Super exciting. Okay. All right. And, hopping back just quick before we scoop ahead. So Nancy wants to know this one here. This is this is pieced. This is for a confident beginner, and it really is a super simple quilt. It's like the Rolling Stone block that we had done for the cave quilt. We had done the Rolling Stone block in Free Spirit Club last year. It's set on point and has a really cool cornerstone in it. The really cool thing about this is the fabric placement and the technique for used, but it is a relatively simple construction. So no EPP on this one. It is easy peasy machine piecing, no special rulers, nothing like that, just pieced. Okay, and thanks for asking, Nancy. And so the telescope, getting back to the stained glass. So quick recap here, stained glass. This one here, I shared the link in the comments with you. And that one we are cutting to order. So we've already cut a few. We want to make sure that we don't overcut kits that you don't want. So this kit is available. It is $219.99, and we'd cut it to order. So Joelle, if that was something you're interested in, just give us a heads up that we can have it cut for you the day before or a little bit before when you would need it. You can give us an email, order it online, however you'd like, or even if you stopped in store, and then we would just have it ready for you for the next time you were in. So that one has been the most popular by far request, and is one of those free patterns available from Free Spirit. The next quilt that I want to share with you that is a free and downloadable quilt is called the Sparkler quilt. That is an intermediate piecing level. It finishes 82 by 100 with a 16-inch block size. And that one here Ooh, and you can see how this stripe, oh, I love how this stripe is used. So this stripe here goes all around the perimeter, and you're using the stripes in a very specific way. So it looks like it is ombre fabric. So I think that's really, really cool. And even if you wanted to use the same border technique for a different quilt, I think it's really awesome. So let me share that kit or the pattern for you. So free and downloadable pattern. We're also able to kit it for you, and it's once again a kit to order. That kit is $234.99, and these are big quilts. So while they are spendy quilts, they are big quilts that would cover a bed, so that's really nice. And there is one more free quilt pattern that's available from the Free Spirit website. There are a ton of designer patterns that are available to go with, and so if there's different ones that you've seen that you would like kitted, I'd be more than happy to kit them for you. Just let me know. So this one is the high voltage quilt. It is an intermediate piece level as well. This one is larger. Let me put in the comments, I will put this pattern. Okay, and let's find out more information about this pattern. It is 89 3/4. It's 90 by 102. So all of these 3 quilts that I just showed you, actually all 4 of the quilts that I showed you, would be perfect to use with one of the new wide backs or one of the existing wide backs. 3 yards would be ample. Some of them you might be able to eke away with just 2.5 yards of the wide back, but go ahead, get 3 yards of that wide back. And it is the Tula Pink Sateen wide back, which is super cool, and I'll show you the ones that we have. I have this one. Let's check out the price for that as well. So the price for the high voltage kit is $219.99. So we have that, all the instructions and ingredients ready to go. Now, I have not pieced, for the record, none of us have pieced any of those 4 quilts. So, but just know that we'd be able to supplement if there would be a pattern correction down the way. Sometimes that happens with these manufacturer patterns, that we get a little bit of an update. Don't worry, we have fabric, we can hook you up and make sure that you're able to finish your quilt. So lots of great ways you can use the line. Now, one of the things that Tula shared, and I recommend that you actually look to her as to how everything kind of works together, but I pulled a few pieces of things that I just want to show you how she's just brilliant. Everything goes together. And I pulled off the shelf here the Moon Garden Fat Quarter Stack that we have, and let's just take a peek overhead. And I'm just going to pull like this bird out here. And so you can see here how, like, this doesn't have neon, but this blue here goes here, right? You can just have everything work along the way. I just love how things play together. And so her lines go together. Let's go back farther. Okay, so let's just go back farther. I'm going to pick out here. I brought over some tiny stripes. So some of those tiny stripes and tiny dots had just a titch of a hint of maybe we're going to be metallic. And so, like, look, boom, totally works, right? Totally works. Goes here, goes here. Ugh, love it. Curiouser, drippy roses. Yeah, I know that's not what they call it, but that's what I call it. So here, this blue totally works. Okay, love it. Dear John, tiny beasts. Yum. I love it. Baby ladybugs. Totally works. Okay. So other coordinates that came out and were released with this release, we do also have, and I think I called this part of the Neon True Colors. It's really not. I just wanted it to come up in the search. This is brand new. This is the fairy dust with the white background. Crisp white background. She hasn't done it before, but because the line work paper still continues and people love using the white, even though she prefers the off-white, she's speaking to her audience, and this has come out. So just want to show you that. We are waiting on replenishing our basic fairy dust in, I think, the cotton candy color. That's the color with the cream background. That's going to be coming back. All right, what are the wide backs that we just got in? So the new wide backs, we have this gorgeous, and this doesn't do it justice underneath here, but we have this kind of dove gray background of the fairy dust. Also in our cotton candy color, okay? These are basics. They are reorderable. How awesome. Next up, plain white with the fairy flake. So, and we were talking about it in the store that this would be a great quilt back, but we can also see someone custom making a wedding dress in this, can't you? Oh my goodness. So if you love Tula Pink and you're making your wedding dress with the sateen, we could just see how someone could use this. So I can't wait to see that pop up on Instagram. There are a couple additional wide backs that are stuck on a plane, not a plane. They're not stuck on a plane. They're stuck on a boat. And so the Hexy large wide backs are on order, are coming. Nobody in the world has them yet because they're stuck on a boat. There is no ETA. We'll get them when we get them. They are reorderable as well. We're super excited about them. And I just wanted to let you know they're on their way. So these three and those two are going to be reorderable. Yay, yay. Because I know it's so hard. You're trying to plan and think about what Tula wide backs you're going to need for the Tula projects, and sometimes that can be hard. So you'll know that if there's not something for a line that you like, that there's going to be some really great basics that you can fall back on. So I think that's a brilliant plan. All right. So what else has come with this particular line and all this hoopla? Well, we have the Neon and Neutrals thread boxes. We have the small box in stock. That's the 118 price point here. 20 small spools with the 3 neons, and it has all that really cool artwork on it. If you were looking for more large boxes, we did sell out. However, there are some in stock still at the distributors. I checked right before we went live. And so those large boxes are $160. They have the 12 spools in them, including the 3 neons. So the 3 neons, we're going to look overhead. I just pulled this out of one of the boxes that was waiting to be picked up. The 3-pack of neon, I just checked, has an ETA delivery of June 1st. So we have a few dozen of the 3-pack boxes on order. Let us know if you needed to be put on that list. They are expected in June, okay? So in stock right now, if you need to pick it up tomorrow, I have this. If you wanted to order, I can order the 12-pack of large spools, that's $160, or you can wait till June for those, okay? So those are super fun, super exciting. They are 50 weight threads, they are neon, and it is the only time that they have done the neons. Okay, so then talking about all things Tula and kits. Something, if you watch a lot of social media, they have started talking about the Queen of Diamonds. So I'm just going to show you a picture of that, the Queen of Diamonds. And that is right here. Let me see if I have it. Right here. The Queen of Diamonds. This is an English paper piece. It is a kit that is available from Free Spirit that's going to be a block of the month that is starting in June. Okay, we are a participating retailer. We will have the kits for this in 4 installments. We will have the standalone pattern. We will also have the extra notions that you need, whether you buy the kit or not, of the papers as well as the templates. So if you have been watching videos and have been intrigued and think it's something that you'd like to participate in, the fee for, if you want to be all in, it's 5 easy installments of $140. There are ways that we could split it up or have you pay all in full if you would like. We don't have a page on our website for it. I was waiting to get closer to the date as we don't do a ton of pre-orders, as you know, in the store. And so if you wanted to participate, we absolutely can hook you up. If you say, Julie, I have enough fabric and I just want the pattern, the paper pieces, and the templates, we can do that too. So the paper pieces alone, $70. Templates alone, $70. And the pattern is, I believe, $34.99. Okay, so we have all of those that will be independently available. I was told that the date was June for this. I might be getting it in May. So whenever I get it, whenever the rest of the world gets it, is when we're getting it. And that will be something that you can play along with if that was something that you'd want to do. In addition to that, because when you're English paper piecing on all these little papers, Annie's has done some videos to make your totes to carry all of your stuff for all of your English paper piecing. So that's a place for everything. She's been doing a series of videos on that. You could also just do a project bags or tools of the trade or running with scissors. Just know we have all the stuff. We have the soft and stable, we have the mesh, we have the zippers, we have the vinyl, all the stuff you need. I pulled here the lipstick, and Frank, let's just look overhead. So the lipstick color here is one of the colors that's kind of close to neon. We have right out by our mesh area, we do have the sample pack that we just put out there. And so you can always just audition the color against the actual fabric that you want to be working with, okay? So I want to make sure that you have most of the you have all the availability to choose how you want this to work, okay? And then it tells you which ones they are. And then these mesh all have the coordinating fold over elastics that work as the little fold over bindings for some of the things, and everything all works together. So like this is the lipstick here, and lipstick here. We do sell the fold over elastic by the yard or by the package, and then the zippers either by the yard or by the 30-inch pull. We don't carry the smaller pieces. So Joelle wants to know, do you have to use neon thread? You absolutely do not need to use neon thread. Of course, neon thread can be lots of fun, but you do not have to use it. You can use your favorite thread. You can also use the Tula Neutral. So the Tula Neutral is $28.35. We have this in the small and large spool, and that would work great with this as well. In the department of different things that you're going to need if you are going to be delving into the paper piecing, English paper piecing thing, or EPP for short, I wanted to share with you that we do have a variety of supplies available for you in store, which is super cool. So we try to be your one-stop shop. So kind of hidden in the corner, and I don't think a lot of you know that we carry these. Frank, let's look overhead. So we have the Sew Tights. We do have the Tula Pink Sew Tight, and that's TP plus U, so Tula Pink and U. We have the 5-pack there. We have the orange dots here, and this is a 5-pack, so 5 dots. There are 5 hearts here. We have the Libs Elliott's little candy skulls, so those are super cool. We also have the Sew Tight Minis, okay? And I think there's one other Sew Tight that's a little bit larger over there. We carry the Biani stiletto as well as the Clover stilettos. And then we do, since we're talking all things Tula, we do have the Tula hardware. And in the pack, you just see this. But this unscrews. Oh, and then you have this really cool rainbow covered metal here. So this here, this is the Tula hardware stiletto. And all of them have very unique purposes and uses, and you know, you may want to have more than one different stiletto. Like I use the curved awl for my binding. For bag making, I really, really like the Bianis. The sanded point just helps with a little bit of traction, and I love that this one won't roll off the table. Of course, when you're feeling, you know, sassy and want to be Tula, you got to have this one. And this particular one is $14.99. It's a 6-inch stiletto. So that works super great. If you've never used a stiletto, oh my goodness, you're missing out. You got to try one of these. One of the things that it helps you do is that it helps you hold fabric down as it goes into the sewing machine so that you're not sewing over your finger. I don't know about you, but I've sewn over my finger more times than I'd like to admit. And so this helps you get up really, really close to the needle, and also helps you because like this is a finer point. So when you're wanting to turn something, maybe you need to hold it farther, or if you hold it longer or have smaller fingers. And then if you are gluing something, this then helps you not end up with like crazy sticky hands that you have to wash every other minute. So those are those. Talking about glue sticks, we do carry the Sewline, my favorite glue stick for adults. We have the refill in both the double but also the 6-pack, which is super great. I will carry additional needles as required. My favorite little needle here is the 10-eye Big Eye Milner, which is super cool and comes in this little tube. Super awesome. Tula likes to use the 50 weight Aurifil. The 80 weight Aurifil is also one that is recommended for English paper piecing. It's a little bit finer of a thread to just melt into the seams a little bit better. Okay. Oh, and thank you so much, Betsy, for replying about what those sew tights are for. So magnets for holding things together. People use them for instead of pins. So you can use it for your EPP. You also can use it when you're bag making. Like let's say you want to put some vinyl on something, right? You don't want to put your pin through vinyl. You can use wonder clips, you can use sew tights, so many different things that you can do. You can also hold pieces of fabric together. Oh, we're going this way. You can hold pieces of fabric together. And lots of different things that you can do. So if you wanted to just clip together your units, you can magnetize them together. So I would guess since it's super strong magnet, if you have an issue with magnets, don't use them. I don't want your pacemaker to stop or anything like that. That'd be bad. Then they'd get, calls. Julie, what did you do? You sold all sorts of crazy stuff. Okay, don't do that. All right, so I showed you lots of stuff. I showed you lots of stuff here. I made lots of mess. So we talked about all the great new Tula stuff, that we have the new fabrics, we have the threads. Comment in the comments, send me an email, send me a message if you were looking to get the 3-pack of threads coming out. I don't have the price in front of me for what the box is, but if you've seen them online, the price is whatever everybody else has them at. And they are not available separately. That is one of the crazy things, is that the neons are available. They told us limited edition for this particular program, not available separately. Who knows, they might change their mind, but that's what they've told us thus far. I can get big boxes back in store. Special order them with me if you'd like. The total for the big box is $160. I do have the small box in store, and the 20 spool small box is $118. Okay. Oh, and Frank just wants me to show you here. So the big box is this, and it has the plastic case, the cool artwork, and I just took the 3 neons out, but these gorgeous threads. And of course there are different threads in the small spool in addition. Okay. All right. Lots of good stuff. All right. Any questions for me? I know I've showed you so much stuff tonight. I feel like at first I was actually thinking to Frank that this was going to be a super short show, that I had nothing to show you tonight. And now I'm like, oh my goodness, I just can go on and on and on and on talking. All right. So we have all this great stuff in store. You can message me, send me all sorts of stuff so I can custom cut kits for you. I can custom cut kits for you for any fabric line. And one last thing that I need to talk to you about a custom cut is I'm just running away here, coming back, that cat lady, or the reading nook fabric that I had shown you last week. We had some requests to custom cut the cat lady quilt, and this is a free and downloadable pattern that I showed you last week. And so I do have one kit that we made an extra kit for. We had done a couple custom kits for it. And so the cat lady quilt here, it's $99.99. It's in, it's online. It's in the Reading Nook fabric collection online. And so $99.99. It finishes 60 by 60. And so just let us know if there's something that you see that you want us to kit. We would love to kit it for you. So never hesitate to ask, because that's what we're here for, to be able to fill your custom orders. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great night. I hope to see you soon. We're here tomorrow and Saturday, and then back next week. And of course, we ship every day that we are open. So happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.